Hey, good morning, Adams All-Stars. It's Mr. Hackenberg, and I'm excited to kick off this year's Kindness Week. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. And what's really cool about Kindness Week this year is we'll actually have the opportunity to spread kindness around the globe, not just here at Adams Elementary, but around the world. And so, as you know, because you've read the book, I Am You, a book about Ubuntu, um, our kindness theme is that I am because we are one. And what that means is the idea that we're all humans and we all deserve to treat each other with respect and dignity. And so it's really a great time to focus on that and just recognizing that everyone deserves to be treated with kindness. And that can look a lot of different ways. It could be bigger ways, but it could even be smaller ways. The other day I was on the playground and I heard one student cheering on another kid who was having a hard time in Foursquare, and really just doing a lot to cheer him on. And so little acts of kindness like that can also go a long ways. So with that, Kindness Week, we have all kinds of fun events coming up, different themes each day. You'll be getting a paper that looks like this and goes over what the theme is each day. You will also be getting a paper that looks like this, and this goes over the fundraising side of Kindness Week. This is one of our largest fundraisers as a school, and it helps pay for classroom supplies, field trips, art, STEAM night. All the fun stuff we get to do here at Adams is made possible through the fundraising efforts of our PTO. So talk to your parents, and you can reach out to family and friends and hopefully raise some money for our school through this as well. Trying to think what else here. There are prizes. Top earners will get a prize, and the classroom that earned the most money will also get a prize as well. We also still need color run volunteers. So families, if you're watching this, we could still use some extra help on Friday with the color run. So please check out the Sign Up Genius link and make sure you sign up if you have time and are available to give that time. It's a fun event and it's always a lot of help for us. And finally, with that, I'm going to turn it over to one of our parents, Eamon's mom, Nicole, who's going to talk a little bit more about the global impact that our fundraising will have on kindness efforts that we do here at Adams and how that can help the larger community around the world. Thanks, and have a great Kindness Week.
Nicole Billitz, and I'm the director of the Boise State University Children's Center, and I'm excited to talk to you today about an exciting initiative for Kindness Week, the Gorongosa Literacy Project. So where is Gorongosa? That little airplane right there is sort of near where Idaho is. And we're going to fly all the way to a new continent, this darker continent right here. The name of that continent is Africa. And where that green flag is where I go to, where Gorongosa is, in Mozambique, Africa. When we look at the continent of Africa, here are all of the countries, and here, right here, is Mozambique. Something that makes Mozambique really different from where we live here in the United States and in Idaho is the animals that we see there. When I go to the Gorongosa National Park, I get to see elephants and I get to see lions when I am there within the national park. So this is the big country of Mozambique, and then right here in the middle is a little national park, just like our national parks here in the United States, called the Gorongosa National Park. And our project this year for Kindness Week is going to benefit some of the people who live near the national park. When I travel to the national park, there's an area around where the people live. The people don't live in the park where the animals are protected. The people live around the national park. And there's a river that goes around the national park to get to where the people live on the other side. So when we go to visit the people in an area called the buffer zone around the national park, we hop in a boat. We take the boat across the river, and then we walk for a few miles till we get to the communities. One of the things we see when we walk are these fences that have pieces of metal on them. And those are meant to keep the elephants out. They're meant to scare the elephants so that they might stay out of the crops that the people are growing. After we walk for a few miles, we come to communities. This is one of the communities that we've gone to named Vino, and we get to see their preschool programs. And so here was what their preschool looks like. Their preschools are outdoors, and they take place in the center of where the people in the community live. And things look really different in the preschool programs there than how they might have looked for your preschool program. These tires right here, those are their playground. This is a group of children having morning meeting or morning circle with their grown-ups. These colored sticks, the grown-ups painted for children to use as math manipulatives, and here children are using trash that they have found to make a collage of an elephant. When we see the school grounds when we're there, they look really different. Here's a quick little video so you can see what it looks like. So there's all the grown-ups. That building right there, that's the school. This is in the community. There's all of the grown-ups that go to and that's the community where they school exists. That little thing that looks like an elephant in the middle is a climbing structure, kind of like a playground. And those little thatched roof buildings and kind of the wooden structures you see back there, those are the homes of the people who live in these communities. There's the elephant structure that the children play on, and there's a group of children. Those white vehicles are the cars that we take to get around to the communities. There's not a lot of paved roads, so we have to take big jeeps to get over the dirt roads. You can see it looks a bit like some parts of Idaho, but not exactly. This is the picture of inside one of the school buildings, and this is the material that they have for reading time or literacy time. And this is a place that I'm going to ask your help here soon. When we go to visit the schools, we do a lot of different things. Oops, there we go. One of the things we do is we teach the grown-ups about how to play games and engage with playful learning in the communities that they work on. So the last trip we went, we brought parachutes. I know you've played with parachutes in PE before, and this is us teaching these children and these grown-ups how to play parachute games. So they're learning how to sing and different songs that they know with the parachute, and they're talking about the different colors, and then they're telling them to shake the different colors and to jump across. So the teachers are learning how to play different games, and the children are getting the opportunity to play those games as well. One of the things we noticed when we were there, you saw it in that picture, is they needed in their schools more books. A lot of children and a lot of the grown-ups didn't have the opportunity to have books to read and books to look at. And we decided in some of our conversations with the communities there that we could support all of the schools that we work with by providing different types of books in the languages that are spoken in their communities. So over the last few years, we've had children from all over Boise raising money with us through the Gorongosa Literacy Project to buy materials, in particular books, for these communities. We've raised over $7,500 in the last 2 years in partnership with local Boise School District elementary schools. And we're really hoping that your school decides to join us this year. Here are some pictures of books that we've purchased. We often will buy the books when we're in Mozambique from Mozambique booksellers with Mozambican authors and Mozambican illustrators. There's some of the grown-ups who use the books in their classrooms, going through and picking out the just right books for their communities. But we also bring other things with some of the funds. We've brought animals so that they can do storytelling with books. We bring soccer balls and other literacy materials to support the learning in the classrooms. This last year, we practiced teaching teachers how to do read-alouds, and here is a video of a teacher reading a book that might look familiar to you. So they're saying that's a horse. and he's letting them touch the horse and walk around with the book. For a lot of children, this is one of the first really written for children children's books they've ever seen. We get to see them all the time in our schools, but in their communities, books that are written that are just right for young children don't often show up. So we're excited to get to provide those. All right, so this is my question. Will you accept the challenge and spread kindness around the world this week to help out our partners in Gorongosa? If you raise money, we will use it to buy a few different things. We'll buy materials for hands-on literacy and math, so different materials to play math games and reading games. We will buy more books for children in Mozambique. We'll work with our Mozambican booksellers and bookshop owners to buy books about the Mozambican experience, so children there can look and see themselves in books. But then something special we're going to do this year for all of our schools who help support our cause. Every book we buy for the schools in Mozambique, we will buy the same title for your school. So in your school library, you'll have a collection of books in Portuguese and Sena that are the exact same books that we've taken to our to the children in the Gorongosa National Park buffer zone. I'm hopeful that your school decides to accept the challenge and join our other partner schools. Right now, we have the Longfellow Cougars joining us and the Riverside Falcons, and always those Boise State Broncos are on board, and I'm really hoping that the Adams All-Stars will join us this year and help us raise funds for the Gorongosa Literacy Project. Thank you.